Well, 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 well. I want to believe that you people are getting me loud and clear. I've realized some of my previous videos I was very, very low, but I want to believe now I'm audible enough. Thank you for this day. Thank you for joining this live. It's going to be a fruitful one. A short but sweet. I'm just going to be here for like an hour or so. Going to be very, very productive. If you are an aspiring trader, you want to be a trader, I'm giving out some of these live stream tips for free. A time will come, and I'm gonna say I have only this month to be going live to be giving you these contents for free. From next month, probably I'll not be doing YouTube videos related to forex teaching. So you better use this opportunity to your advantage and learn. Let's learn and see if you can be able to make some money together. So we want to go straight into the charts and want to see, first of all, we'll do a recap of what happened because I realize sometimes these are mistakes that people normally have. And I've been having this mistake for the longest time possible. I don't know what about it, but personally I've been having this mistake for the longest time possible. And this mistake has been you analyze maybe four pairs of four trading instruments, then you completely forget about them, ama unapata kuna mbili tatu umesahau, so you focus on one. When you come to look at the first one that you analyze, unapata kwamba it played out and you missed the trade. So this is something that we really want to like kind of avoid. We want to make sure that we are getting right entries at any um given time. All right. So, want first of all to let's just take a look of what happened, of what we've been expecting, and how so far they are playing out. So, this one I'd explained in the last yesterday's live stream. So, let's update it how it has gone. Um, I said in our move we were really expecting to see price um reacting off this zone. That was actually the reaction that we are really expecting to see, and maybe push to the extreme supply zone Kuko. But now something interesting is like coiling up, and we want to see what's really happening. Of course, we explain some of the reasons why price might not come here, including a field imbalance there. I think if you're not done, you might be able to see something like an order block. I mean, a demand zone. You can just mark it. I see. These are 1 hour demand zone. Price is reacting on this 1 hour demand zone. Let's just put it down. 1 hour demand zone. Price is reacting from this 1 hour demand zone. Okay. And when you go to the forward demand zone, you will not see it. Just like a small a rejection. But if you narrow down, you'll see that this one was a demand zone where price actually reacted off. And anytime price react from a demand zone, if this demand zone is to hold its purpose, what do we expect? We expect that if price comes, takes this inducement, react to this demand zone, we expect it for the price to do what? We expect the price to come and take out the high. So we know that the demand has held. Come and take out the high. All right, maybe to this level over here, but that one did not happen, and it not happen. So it means price might really interested to come and check uh this extreme demand zone in the 4 hour time frame. So that's what actually I'm really looking at when I look at this current market price. So let's update it in our journal. I said, of course, if also you need classes, I mean, if you need sessions to how to do a proper journaling, on Notion. Also, you can just comment on the nini hapo, then takusaidia. So let's go to 1 hour time frame. Writing 1 hour time frame like that. Mhm. So what are we seeing so far? These are reaction, it's more of a reaction video. One take note of what we are seeing. Number tunasema kwamba price took out the inducement and reacted to a 1 hour demand zone. All right. However, although the demand zone seemingly is failing to hold the price, demand zone is failing to hold the price. So what are we expecting? We are anticipating perhaps market to react from the extreme for our demand zone. But also, however, we hope that Fed, the US Fed, or rather the Federal Reserves, I'm getting some news they are about to do something. I don't know whether they'll do hawkish or dovish, but it's something you're really waiting. I mean, yeah. So, but that's actually our experience as of now. And now, if you want to take some sales over here, let's see if we're going to match our pips. So let's keep and take some sales. Yeah, about 43, 40 pips. So this one has failed to hold. So let's remove it now into this analysis. It has failed to hold the price. What are we seeing? Expect now price maybe to push down because I'll now mark this one as a market structure shift. Of course, I know it's just a mistake, but now the fact that it has failed to hold the price can just mark it as an internal market structure shift, maybe in the 30 minutes or 15 minutes. Now, and we leave this one, left this one as a supply, a small supply. Which price has really reacted off nicely. So if someone was placing their trade somewhere here, they could have some nice sales opportunities to this level. Some nice sell opportunities to that level. Because it's an RR of about 5 in that only market. But anyway, let us narrow even down further to see what really happened. This is 30 minutes. So someone is calling, so my device went off for a minute. So I don't know. Someone called me. My device disconnected a bit. Okay, now you're back to seeing me. All right. So we were trying to narrow down to really see if you can get a good. And you can see clearly. If you look in a lower time frame, this 30 minutes time frame, there's a lot of rejections of this particular zone, and you can confidently say there was a market structure shift over here in this 30 minutes time frame. Market shifted from bullish. See, there's a lot of bullish momentum, but now clearly it's like we are shifting. This is an internal shift, like that. Market came to this zone, which we saw in the forward more of a as a supply zone. Market also has given us a reverse pattern here, a reversal pattern. See, so W pattern me to more I is a reversal pattern. I was just waiting to see, or rather, if I could see something like this, um, just a completion pattern, then definitely I can take my trade. Right, you can take those two short-term sales on this particular pair if you so wish. Right, remember that that's short-term pairs. We are selling, and most definitely we are targeting this zone over here. So if you are an aggressive, if you're kind of an aggressive trader, already the damage has happened, but still can take advantage. The market structure shift or shift in market direction, price came back to react to a supply zone. I think those are uh, some good entry criteria. You can take the ride and ride with it from where it is currently like that, getting this zone. Right? Let's see if it's going to give you a good. So to me, it does not give me a very good RR because my stop loss needs to be somewhere there. So it's a market that I'll not involve myself with. Right? But that's the move that we really expect as of now. If you get here, if you can get a good entry, perhaps you can get some buys now, pushing up. But if you're scalping, how many pips are these? These are like 40 pips. Yeah, 45 pips thereabout. So if you go with that, if you go with a low size of one in selling that particular market, you'll get your $420 because for Euro USD standard is $1 per mini per mini lot. Yeah, 0.1 will give you $1. So that will give you a good $420 with one load, or if you go with 10, you get 4,200. But we want to make sure that our processes are well ticked to that case. So, Euro USD, that's the move that we are really expecting to see if that's what is going to happen again. So we take note of that. Let's go to another one that we had analyzed yesterday. Maybe give it a report so that we are make sure we are following very well. This is GBP USD. Let's look at today's what has happened. So this was on Monday analysis. Now this one something different happened. Price tapped to the zone. This zone here. And I see, I think this was a daily extreme zone. If I'm not wrong. Yeah, it was a daily zone. Price has tapped to the zone. And again, if you can see, if you go to even use trend line, um, it's a significant zone by the way. Yeah. So anytime price touches taps a significant zone as such, and see all these one are mitigated zones. So when price taps at significant zones like this one, what do you expect? Atacama, it wants to break through. As long as itapita na ile momentum, maybe there was news like something like this one, you always expect price to retrace. It is always expect price to retrace a bit. Hata kama inataka ku break the zone, of course there's going to be a retracement. Now let me remove this unmitigated order demands on here because it might never be mitigated anytime soon. And let us use this breaker block. This was a breaker block. Also, can see price price retrace to the breaker block in the lower time. You can see this is there. All right. Then let us just narrow this to, you already know it has tapped as one. But let us limit this now to one. Yeah, let's just put it to where it has just reacted so that you don't have a big one. That's all right. So you also have a chance of doing some sales, and first one actually is targeting this low to be taken. Price must actually come to take this low. Now why? As I said, anytime price takes out a liquidity, it always goes towards the next one higher. Let's look at this level here. If you want to call this break of structure, fine, fine, uh, fine. But look how liquidity has been collected above it. Chua. Are you seeing that? So definitely price might be coming to this, that I'm calling it a protected low for this break of structure. So this one becomes our protected low, and again our drawn liquidity. Let me just call this a drawn liquidity. Okay, price having took out the liquidity above here, it might really coming to do the same below it. And these are trades that I want us to see if you can make some entries today and target at least 40 pips onto it. All right, so let's update this one as our reaction video. I mean, a reaction to that. So for our reaction, for our reaction, for our reaction. So indeed, actually, even I said the price was showing some signs of temporary reversals. And actually, price tapped the zone. So I say price has tapped the zone. Price has tapped the zone. And what's happening now? We now expect some sales. Now expecting some sales on this pair. If you go to 1 hour time frame, um, everything now shifts become pretty cool. Sounds pretty cool. And our okay, let us see 30 minutes time frame. Yeah, this one. Then it's going to give us some nice movements, right? Yeah. So it's some breakout structure here. Now this one can this actually is just an internal change of structure, an internal structure movement, just to understand what the price is doing. Now let's come and mark here. Guys, you see what I'm seeing? I think this is just a more of a liquidity sweep. Because price came here, this is the last high, came not any, and finally swept. Are you seeing? Finally swept above it. So there's a liquidity sweep. What am I having here? A market structure. Using my model coming to play. What are we expecting? Expecting a retracement into an order block or a demand zone. Now I cannot clearly see any demand zone, I mean supply zone over here. So from my experience of trading, I might take my entry from about this zone here. Can take an entry there, a sell entry, which I can see I'm just about to take that entry. My target can be all the way below here, and stop loss just somewhere here. So these are trades that I want to execute live. The target there. These are trades that I want to execute live. Live and cash. All right. That is it. So let's see if I can take that trade as the first trade of the week. So if you are live, you can take that trade. Um, let's see if we can refine it a bit more. Uh, yeah, just going to be that way. Yeah, this is more of a deducement. Want to take it the zone here. So we're going to put it like this one. But then tumeangalia pia news, eh? We've checked the news and it's clean. The chart, the calendar is very clean today. So so normally say we come to have our to-do list here. We say we have a liquidity sweep. Liquidity sweep. Yes. What about market structure shift? What about um, OB stroke FVG? So you're having this, and also this one, because we are hoping to take it. So we're placing a sell limit order at the OB. So waiting to see if it will get us in. Where am I using the limit now? I don't want to make the mistake I made last week at waiting for the price to come. Sometimes price come and get it sharply up and moves away very fast. So don't get time. So long as you can get your confirmations right, then that's going to be it. So that's for us. So I'm currently placing this trade. I'm not in a hurry, by the way. If it comes, it comes. So how many pips are, let me see how many pips are my stop loss so I can see which percentage to use. My stop loss is only about 15, yeah, 15 pips. Okay. Uh, so it's GBP USD. You have to make sure that one is order is okay. New order. You make sure your stop loss is well checked. Um, so I'm going to use one about. My stop loss will be at my sole market execution is going to be sell limit. My stop loss is going to be at 1.3432. Also, I'll make sure that I don't repeat the mistake that I made last week. 1.33345. Last week I made a very big mistake. I forgot to update my stop loss and it really costed me. 33890. Okay. Okay. So my sell is a sell limit. If you want, if your price is buying and you want now to sell at a given point along its buying line, then you put a sell limit. But if the price is selling and you want to sell at a given selling line, it's a sell stop. All right. So okay, that's an entry that we're having right now. I can see what price is doing here. That meets our entry criteria. If it gets us in, well and good. If we don't get it again, well and good. If it gets to our loss, okay, well and good. So long as we've checked this is the best thing. As long as you have seen this clearly and you've checked it, you will learn from that particular trade. All right. So I guess the next one was the metal, and the metal I'm looking at it again. There's a breakout structure here. The metal also might sell, might continue selling. You can really see how the buyers have been behaving in this market. These rejections over here with, with this momentum, I really feel like there is no any. Okay, but if you're in the live yesterday, I said all the reasons why I was to sell gold, but I can see my name is here. My alert is here. I didn't want to sell gold from this zone. My target was here, but we missed by how many pips? Just I guess around four, a distance of like four, a difference of four. That is that is crazy, but is it happens, happens, it happens. But see, we missed. I placed my target here, but price came all the way here, and I don't know why I missed this move. I was expecting price to react from this. I was somewhere in the office. This was about. It came about what time? I know this one. It was later tonight. I think I did wake up that day morning and much as it's planned to wake up, I think I was very tired yesterday, so I did not wake up to that. But that's what happened in the live of yesterday. I also gave a signal. I said, people, if you're buying gold, As long as you can confirm, I think it was somewhere here. I say if you can confirm your entry, you can actually buy from somewhere here and target my zone. That's what I said. And we can see clearly if someone got a good entry about this level here, especially this retest, they made some money. Some stop loss just below the zone. They probably made some money. They probably made some money. 3 point something around for gold. Uh, although I told them to target this one, but of course, if market moves more than 3 RRs, what are you doing with the stop loss still in Nini? You should ought to have adjusted it to maybe a break even or something. All right. So with metal, um, I still really see a lot of a lot of bearish happening. As much as we are reacting from this area here, market might really wants to reverse. And the big thing, what actually this market is playing with that game because it just reverse slowly until it kills everything that we are seeing here. Let me just move some of the misleading boxes here, so you can have a clean slate in it again. Okay, let me show you. Delete this. You see, in the 4 hour time frame, this is not actually a region to hold the price. This one is not a region to hold the price. That one is the last thing that will hold the price. Okay, so price might want to, after this a lot of this bullish momentum like that we had last week, price might come back to the OTE before pushing up again. Might come to this zone. Price actually wants to come to this zone. That's what I'm confident as I speak. Price actually would want to come to this zone. Long as you have we can see price, I think it closed below it, closed below it, closed below it. And the next thing I think to consider looking at, the price might come or might come not, was this region over here. Which price might choose to come to or not. Getting lost. You see now there's one around here, this region here. Price might come tap aggressively, but I really feel that we are we are heading here. We are heading here. Yeah. So just going to take an eye on that to make sure that we don't leave it unattended to. And that's a good move that we want to see happening in the market. What else did we analyze yesterday? We also analyzed CF, CHF, JPY. And this one, I add all the reasons why you should be cautious. Because if you look from every other thing, price was in this channel. And me, I like to the price respect the channel so much. We had seen a channel. Of course, it was a very clean market, a clean one, bro. This was a clean one, if you ask me. It was a clean one. Break of structure, market structure shift, break of structure. After this break of structure, the extreme order block or the extreme POI, the extreme supply was here. It's here. After this after this break of structure. So market currently came to react to this fair value gap over here. This imbalance. That's where market has been reacting to. So market can come to this zone or not. Now, but at the same time, if you look at from the technical analysis, from the transactional point of view, this was a trend line and price broke through a trend line. And what is happening right now here is more of a retest. It is more of a retest. So if you go to this is actually what is it? Let me see. This is what we said yesterday. Okay, that's why I say crossroads. Because here we're saying, okay, we have reacted back on the order block. I mean, on the fair value gap, there is a liquidity sweep. We might be selling, we might be selling, but now here price gave us some other feeling. Now here it's more of a reaction back to the break, then a retest. So what's happening here? I feel price wants to go and react to this extreme and can have some quick buys without thinking. If you get an entry, can take some quick buys to that zone. If you can take some quick buys to the zone, will it be a good thing, bros? Shall we? Then you tell me, shall we? Okay, let's see. So we are here. Let's go to 1 hour time frame and see what's happening. In the 1 hour, already I've seen a liquidity sweep. Already I've seen a liquidity sweep. Let's see if that one's going to be evident in the 30 minute time frame. More evident. More evident. Si tumekuwa downtrend. Now, let us see. Liquidity sweep. This is the leg that caused the liquidity sweep. So we need to see price coming to close above this leg. Hey, that's how sometimes trading has a lot of waitings, bro. And a lot of confirmations. Ukiingia na kielele hapa, you might lose it. So we need to see price, this leg here, this is the top actually of the leg that came to sweep liquidity. You want to see this leg, this price coming to close above this one. If that one happens, a small retracement now can be sure that market is going up and can fly with that. This probably might be a trade to be taken, maybe late in the evening or even tomorrow. And this one will be a confirmation that price wants to come and target what? That target our zones over here. So can keep that in mind. That's where this price wants to get. You can really get some nice increase over this one, targeting more than 60 or 100 pips. Have you seen that? So I think those are the pairs that we majorly. Oh, there's another one. No, but this one we didn't get its exact form. They were just left saying price might want to come and test this. This one, price rallied to our zone very fast. We got an alert in the morning. We'd analyze this pair, and you see, this is why I normally say again I insist on limit orders. Look, look what has just happened. No, I didn't think I put it down. I remember yesterday at some point. If you're following the live, I think at some point I was not writing. Yeah, I didn't write it down. But see, let us just measure with you. How many pips we be right now talking about? 20 pips already out of possible 60, more than I think around a third of it already on the mist. Yeah. So, but now this market is more of a random trade, more of a random trade. So today we are really bagging on the pair that I've analyzed. I think this is the pair that I'm having the edge this week. SD card, it's still because it's still in a consolidation. I don't want to trade that one. It's still consolidating there until we get somewhere that we want really to get. Ah, yeah. What else? DP card was going up crazily. Still has to come back to a good number. AUD is a pair was trading, and I explained each and every reason why I was expecting to buy off this zone. yesterday, but now the price did not come exactly what I wanted to see. But again, because it's giving us a very, very nice move. So expecting price to get here. So these are pairs that again we're going to look at it clearly and analyze. Only that I don't want to keep these videos too long per se because it's already like an hour since we started. But here, of course, we are looking at its reaction over this zone. Let's see if we can get some trades. I think already is happening. Eh? Is it happening already? You guys, you tell me. Is it? I think it's happening. We're having a reversal, right? Oh, swap liquidity. Okay. Making some reactions over there. NSD has faced some news, I think, to this morning. This one, I think, needs to be analyzed. GBP AUD, kind of backlashish. This one, I guess, is coming back to shape after a long period of disturbing us. Okay, KDC, okay, also UJ. All right. So, for this first session, I'll stop here. I'll stop here. It has been it's been a good time to interact. Um, so guys, I'd like really to thank you. I don't want to make this live too long, too long, too long, too long, but I just want to make it so much interactive so that you can be able to follow through and get us through. Remember our challenge is to make 1 million by date 23 of August. So we have barely like a month and maybe a few weeks, maybe two weeks. Is it 2 weeks? I guess 2 weeks. Actually, it's exactly 2 weeks and 2 days to August. I mean, exactly 1 month, 2 weeks, and 2 days to August. I said 1 month, 2 weeks, and 2 days. August 23rd. We intend to make our first million by then, and this money is going to spend it to buy such instruments. So if you want to be a partaker of the sale, and just check the number on the link on the description below and text me on WhatsApp. I'll communicate to you on what you need to do and how you can be a blessing to us. Otherwise, see you maybe around 12. So if I want to come to lift, maybe I'll come in the evening, maybe 4ish or something like that. But keep trading, keep looking at the market. Um, the market requires a lot of patience and everything, but also it requires a lot of activeness. More last time we missed some of the trades because we were just away for a few minutes and all the trades disappeared. I think it was on Wednesday about 6 p.m. I was asleep, taking that power nap earlier at June and the trades ran. Now, some of these trades, most of them they are correlated. Unapata we have 4 trades, 5 trades, and both of them they are correlated. So inamaanisha kwamba zikimove they move at the same time and at the same speed. So happens. Keep trading. Keep looking at the markets. Uh, Markets have just this Monday has given us a good footprint. Itakuwa Monday. Just sometimes when Monday comes with a lot of pressure, market moves very fast. Inamaanisha you'll spend the rest of the week trying to correct that move. But when Monday starts slow, like the way it did yesterday, it gives us a very good footprint to trade the rest of the week. So let's trade Tuesday. This one is a good trading day. So let's make use of this day. Then maybe we'll go live like 3 times. That's what I'm looking at. Go live 3 times. Then we see what to make money today. We have our first trade that we've taken is a limit order. We hope it will be triggered and get us to profit. If not so, again we're okay. All right. Yeah, no problem. So See you at the top and have a good